Now we're live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the THWF Post Royal Rumble discussion thread. I am the CEO, Byron Lynham, and I'm coming with the CDO, Cedric D. Lynham.
All the way from Belgium, 5:13 in the morning. Let's do this.
Okay, CEO, who is on silent protest, Jamil Jackson. The wife of the CEO, Kang Sparks. The HCIC, the head coon in charge, Rita Mo. VP of Serve, and the Vice President of Instagram, Sam Store, and Vice President of Twitter, Frank Raymond. All right, open up the floor here. Who goes first? Who want to go first?
All right. We already know what the bad is. Okay. So let's talk the good. Okay. Let's go to the World Heavyweight Championship match. Okay. Because we can get back to what was bad. I will go on record and say this is one of the best triple threat World Championship matches I've ever seen. It's told the story from right when the bell started to when it ended. It was an outstanding match. Outstanding match.
I'm gonna be very honest with you. I've enjoyed this match almost about as good as I enjoyed Triple H, HBK, and what's his face at 20.
Oh, him?
Christian Juan.
Not who? No, we can't say that.
You can't say that, but yeah.
Okay.
I actually had a lot of fun watching it. It was like it was back and forth. You cannot predict who was going to win. Those are the type of matches that we enjoy because nobody really predicted Brock was going to retain the title, and I didn't. Well, even though I picked him, but still, I was actually legit scared about it.
But the thing about the whole match is, if it wasn't for Seth Rollins, that match would not have been the same. It would just been another
demolishment
of Johnson.
It would have been another Lesnar versus Cena match. But
and that happens. That's why you got to bring in that outside dynamic that is contrast to your primary principles. So
I'm sorry. Excuse me. That flying knee off the top rope in the early beginning of the match when he hit both of them with the knee was pretty dope. I gotta say, Seth's offense is amazing when you really just look at him fly around. He uses all knees. It's so dope. All knee everything.
Exactly.
Plus, his super move, his signature move, the J&J attack, is undefeatable.
Points.
That's what I think about your point, Sam.
I'm just saying.
I actually had a lot of fun watching. I felt like a fan watching that match. It was like you wasn't really trying to be a mark and saying, hey, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. It was actually a lot of fun to watch.
Exactly. We really didn't know who was gonna win the match. That was just that was the great thing about it. It could have went any way. Cena could have tied Flair for the most championship wins. Brock retains. He did retain, or Seth Rollins could have just won his first championship, but it could have went either way, and Brock still has the title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it was a very very good match. Very you couldn't knock anything. Seth Rollins brought that different dynamic to the match that has been missing in the previous 1, 2, 3 matches that Cena and Lesnar had. So. Good. And I also think that this was one of those matches that will put Seth Rollins in that upper tier on the WWE roster.
How much further up the tier could he possibly go? He's literally like sitting at the top of the tier right now before the match. Like if he wasn't, he wouldn't have been put in the match to begin with. So how much further up could he go?
Until they put the title on him. If you think back, before Edge won his first title, Edge was around that same area. But it wasn't until he cashed in on Cena at New Year's resolution when he was on that next level. See what I'm saying?
I mean, you're right.
I know I'm right.
Whoa, pimp. Whoa,
The hold that spot that Seth hit
shit.
on Brock on the table was dope too. Still amazed that Brock was still able to get up and finish the match though.
And I would give it to Seth. That was a beautiful flying elbow going onto that table. And I was like, ooh, that was pretty.
And then he hit the corkscrew that Adrian probably wants to hit.
The corkscrew 450.
Yeah. He wants to hit that when Adrian. That's what Adrian wants to hit when he gets called up. But we'll see when that happens.
Oh man.
So they're still doing the Mighty Mouse thing or what?
Man, that's a different topic altogether, man.
Yeah. That's a surprising. Okay, we'll talk about that later.
No, we have to lay that for another time because we're trying to keep this joint brief. I'm trying to keep.
My fault.
Okay. Looking at the rest of the card, I think the rest of the card was solid. Everything, each match had its purpose to lead up to the World Heavyweight Championship match, which was up to that point, it was a very good, solid pay-per-view up into that World Heavyweight Championship match. The Divas match, I didn't expect it to be that one-sided.
That's what I hate about that. That's the one thing I did hate. I mean, one-sided Divas match. Well, I'm just saying, how you gonna make the Bellas look that strong?
They could have had a Divas Battle Royal. I mean, it is a Royal Rumble. It ain't like
right, but I'm just saying, how you gonna have the Bellas looking that strong in a tag match? I mean,
exactly.
That's the thing that made me mad, though. I mean, it could have went. It could have went either way, but just to make them look that strong, I wasn't feeling that.
Especially with Natty, with all of her experience, and Paige, hell, she's British wrestling royalty basically, and they basically just got buried on pay-per-view. I don't agree with that. I just don't. Give them something. You don't.
I mean, I agree. I mean, okay, I see you want to put the Bellas over, but damn, at least give us a good match. A good match that we can say, okay, this is a decent match, not just the Bellas are just so strong.
Now, I think really what they focused on was pretty much the physicality of what the Divas can do, because Divas been criticized so much for not being able to do certain moves, and then when they do stuff and everything, it's good. But so I will give them some credit because that little double team move that they did.
So form, though, all right, I guess.
That little double team move that they did on Natalya, man, Brie and Nikki, I don't know what that was, but I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. We shall see. The rest of the cards spoke for itself.
So what about? So I didn't see the pre-match.
Nothing to talk about.
Okay. So
who won?
What I'm saying is this: are they
really
going
matter,
heel, or are they turning New Day heel, or what? Or was it?
No, man. It's
well, one, you bring out this lame ass gimmick. You bring out this lame ass gimmick to freaking Philadelphia. They're going to get shitted on. I'm sorry.
Hey, I was just happy to see Tyson and Cesaro win. I'm just happy to see that.
Yes, that was the best part of that match is that they won. Okay, they need to rethink the New Day gimmick because it's old, it's lame, it ain't gonna work.
Okay. Then what about the tag team title match? Let's talk
about tag team title match. Yeah, the Usos won. They planted the seeds for Miz and Mizdow to break up. That's probably the whole purpose of that. Jamil, come on, man. Silent protest is over, dude. Come on.
That tree is starting to grow.
Come on, Jamil.
What tree is starting to grow?
That the whole breakup between Miz and
Mizdow. That tree is rotten branches.
I mean, that's obvious because Mizdow is so over. It's like the spoon in the moon and whatnot. The cow is Mizdow and Miz is the moon.
Frank.
The cow jumped over the moon, man. Absolutely.
You talking some cows?
When am I not? Whatever. Basically, Mizdow's over as hell, and I'm trying not to curse on the chat because it doesn't make any sense. Like, there's no way they can hold him back anymore. He has to get some sort of love for being so over. Like he's the reason that the Hollywood gimmick is going over right now. and he's got to get love at this point because he earned it.
Yeah.
Basically, is what I was trying to say.
Gotcha. All right. And now the Royal Rumble match.
Oh,
With that said, up until Daniel Bryan being kicked out, it was a good match. Up until
from there.
Well, as soon as Daniel Bryan got eliminated, it went downhill. It went downhill because it didn't matter who went out after that. Everybody was getting shitted on.
So you mean to tell me this big Russian Bulgarian man beast thing that just decimated your entire roster for the last 6 months decides to take 5 minutes to catch his breath and get his stamina back, let his life bar recover, get back into the ring against the bull who just got beat on by the two biggest and quote-unquote most powerful wrestlers in the WWE, and yet all it takes is one spear from this dude, and he's tossed over like a rag doll.
And I'm like, what the hell is this?
You mean to tell me they wasted a false elimination for that? That was a waste of time. You could just left him out and just played his music 30 seconds earlier and been cool.
You could have understood if Rock took him out. I'm gonna understand the Rock take out Rusev and all that.
Right.
But but everybody tripping on Daniel Bryan. But if he would have came out later, I would have got that. He came out way too early. You just knew he was gonna be gone.
Yeah, they kind of jobbed him out.
I mean, you had people who was at number one who lasted to past Rumble. So
but
we ain't talking about the past.
No, I'm gonna tell you something. I think this is WWE's booking's fault here because for one, I believe they rebuilding Bray Wyatt so much to where he's that super monster heel, but then they put him priority over Daniel Bryan. Think about that stuff here. They put Rusev too high as a monster. They got two monster heels pretty much dominating the whole Rumble. And then when you have something there, then you're not going to have no possible strong face that can put him out. That's a legitimate threat to him.
Well, on the contrary.
Unless your name is Roman Reigns. Because obviously.
Guys, it's Roman Reigns, which nobody at the IWC likes. That's what happens when you build somebody too strong to where you don't have any, good faces that can take them out outside of Cena and Reigns.
Here's
what's messed up.
Like, what if WWE Creative is worried about Daniel Bryan getting the belt again because they are so unsure how his body's gonna hold up?
This is a repeat of last year. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's all it is. And my whole thinking is if you're gonna have this monster champion, you need to put pieces around him so that he can have legitimate challenges. You know, like, oh, I look at the roster. Oh, he can't beat. So with that said, if you know that you're lacking this, and this, maybe they should have changed the title tonight, and that could have created more options and more different scenarios. You can still use Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. I have no problem with that. But when your primary championship, the focal point of your company is held by this monster beast, and you have two legitimate threats to the title, I have a problem with that because everybody out there can see it, and you're basically exposed, and you're basically putting yourself into a corner. Oh, and FYI, what if one of those people get hurt? I.e., the scare with Roman Reigns. I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is Roman Reigns got 63 days to get his promos together.
Or they gonna attach a mouthpiece to him or something. They better find Shane O'Mac or something.
How about somebody put Candice out there since she's a big advocate of him. She can
right.
Well, on the after show, they actually had a promo.
Yeah,
so I don't know how that's gonna work. You thought more than
He
Roman
needs a
did.
mouth. He needs a mouthpiece because he can't cut a promo to save his life.
But The Rock, I mean, The Rock's got a lot of charisma, but I mean, that's kind of pushing
Think
it.
about it
Like,
this way. Think about it this way. The Rock went from Rocky died to larger than life. Roman Reigns is trying to get to that level.
but you can't. Not everybody's going to be The Rock, though, man.
I'm not
That's
saying he
like
gotta be the Rock. I'm not saying he gotta be the Rock. I'm just saying he needs to find his lane and stay in it.
well, apparently his lane is just Superman punching people, and he should not pick up a microphone.
Basically.
But the issue is who's going to be his mouthpiece. The best mouthpiece in the game is tied to the belt right now. Who's going to talk for him?
What I'm thinking is, I don't know if anybody caught a little bit of the little Fallout show, and I don't know if anybody caught that. They did the backstage with Roman, with Rock right there. There's potential there. The whole mentoring thing. They can kind of work that as a story as they hit to WrestleMania.
Nah, it's just a blatant.
The problem is availability.
It's a blatant attempt for them.
Oh my God.
Hold up.
Oh shit! Shut up, everybody!
Shut up!
Damn. Yeah. Nah, Rock doesn't need to be a mouthpiece. That'll just be a blatant attempt to get people to get behind him. They didn't care. Like, The Rock was talking, and then as soon as he stopped talking, you know, nobody wants to listen.
I was shocked that he was getting booed. That's the thing.
Yeah. So I mean, this is a case of, okay, we're getting what we asked for. We don't realize it. Not too long ago, we were on Roman Reigns' dick.
Last year.
Oh,
Last year.
I'm just gonna say it like
I
it
know
is.
what you're saying.
It is not too long ago we was on his dick, not realizing that when we were watching the Shield in place,
Yeah.
it was
I would like to say,
hold on, it was Seth Rollins doing those spots. It was Dean Ambrose saying crazy shit on the mic and having his little eccentricities, and Roman Reigns was benefiting off of that. They elevated him, and as soon as they split that up, it's like nobody cared. But while they were together, he was getting the biggest pops, and that was on us.
I would like to say that I was never a big fan of Roman Reigns from the door. I thought he was kind of corny. That's just me.
Yeah.
I don't like the big, powerful cats that's coming there wrecking shop. I was a fan of Dean. I like Bray. But I'm not a big super move, one knockout type dude, man. Whatever.
But
Not in general, just you.
I know, but I just need to, like, because when it happens, I start hating. I don't need to be like, oh my God, stop hating. I've been there. Not starting over.
I said, what you
Man, not just you.
I feel you. My fault. I'm sorry.
well, I think that this is just one of those situations where, I mean, we always accuse them of not listening to the fans or whatever, but every time there's a new shift, because I think what's going on now is that there is a definite shift. A certain era is about to be over. I mean, John Cena's not going anywhere, but I think that it's
He needs
a
to.
new era. Nah, I wouldn't even say that. I'd rather it be John Cena.
He needs to
time
move
than
out of the
Reigns
main
time.
event.
He's been out of the main
He's not.
event for a long
He
time.
has.
Exactly.
He's been out of the main
My
event.
fault. I'm sorry. The main event title picture. I need him out of the title picture. Then
Well,
I'll
this
be.
is, I mean, outside of facing Brock, he hasn't been in the title picture.
Exactly.
He hasn't.
the picture. He was
The
in the
title ain't been in the picture, but every time it's back around, John Cena's right the fuck there. I'm
Well,
saying,
it hasn't been
can
around
he
a
sit
lot.
down? But that's
Frank.
not.
Let's
Right.
look at it
Frank,
for what
why?
it is. Who was going for the title all earlier last year? It was
Daniel Bryan.
Dan Bryan. Randy Orton had the title all the first half of the year, just about. Daniel Bryan won it. Daniel Bryan lost it. You know,
That's
it
another
was
crazy-
it was in abeyance or whatever they wanted to call it. You know,
Right.
then Brock Lesnar won it. John Cena wasn't in the picture until August. So
That's
he was
true.
in it August, September, then the title wasn't around again until January. So he's not been in the title picture but 3 times in the past year plus. So
Okay, you right.
You're right.
You right. My
That's
fault.
crazy. That's
Frank,
so
just to
crazy
be
that
fair,
Randy-
Frank, just to be very fair, Brock Lesnar embarrassed Cena at SummerSlam to where he actually looks weak. It's not the
So
typical.
this is not a Super Cena on pay-per-view type of deal. This is what I'm saying is that there's a passing of a torch going on, but usually they listen on that. And that's one thing if you don't listen like last year when Daniel Bryan wasn't in the Rumble. That's one thing. Everybody kind of got over it. But it's an obvious shift going from Cena to Roman Reigns and, Orton to Seth Rollins. Whereas when it was shifting from Triple H to John Cena and Batista, we wanted it to be them. We were backing them. We were cheering them. They were underdogs. They were new and upcoming guys, and we backed them, and then they were the next guys, and until we got sick of them. But now it's like, okay, they're telling us it's going to be Roman Reigns. It wasn't that we picked them. So that's my problem because I know it's a shift. So that's what my problem with this is.
Let's think about when Batista first came in. We were all behind him back in 2005, and then he left, and then he came back, and we were salty. It's really all about the timing, about who the people choose. And if the people doesn't get what they want, then obviously there's gonna be some really backlash behind that, and that's exactly what's going on right now. Like you're saying, just piggybacking off what you're saying, Reigns. We all. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a fan of Reigns, especially during Survivor Series. I loved how he eliminated 4 people, like half the damn team, because it shows.
Yeah.
Like I loved that back in was it 2013 when that happened?
Yeah.
It was 2013.
It was 2013.
They cut the promo afterwards.
But the thing is like we kind of asked for this to happen. Not trying to say it's not, but we did kind of ask for this to happen.
We did.
So,
but now
not to say that it's our fault though, but it's like, what? It's almost like WWE is trolling us, saying, "Hey, okay, you like Roman Reigns? Hey, let's give you Roman Reigns here." Boom.
You like Roman Reigns 2 years ago? We're gonna give you 3 now.
Yeah.
So, what's going to happen to Dean and Bray and Dolph and Cesaro and all the guys that everybody really gives a hell about and they want to see do better and don't really want to see Reigns in the title picture?
That's for
what happens to everybody else.
We have another pay-per-view in February.
Yep. That's a whole nother hangout right there.
And everything has changed now from last year. For one, there's now only one world champion. So
I know.
Yeah, so
there was one world champion last year.
Yes, right. Well, there is one world. I just thought about it. Well, from 2 years ago,
it was still only one. Oh, no, it wasn't.
It was 2. It was still 2.
It was 2. They had the 2 titles.
My bad. I'm sorry. My bad.
No,
the question is, will they do the same thing where they just insert either Ziggler or the Bryan in the title picture anyway?
That's what I was thinking.
My question is, where do we go from here? As far as how everybody's being booked. It was
hopefully up.
Where do we go from here?
So my thing is, you have the main event at WrestleMania set. So they got 2 months to build that storyline up to where if you want people to buy into it, this is your time to put the emphasis on it now.
Oh my God, Paul Heyman is going to look so amazing compared to Roman Reigns' promos.
Oh my, that's who's going to really help him. That's who's going to help him if we really look at it.
I hope so.
Paul Heyman's going to feed him, and then we'll believe.
I told you.
I just believe in Paul Heyman.
I told you guys. Paul Heyman can sell me fried cocaine, and I'll buy it. That's how much I believe in Paul Heyman.
All right,
Paul Heyman serving up them shit sandwiches. We buying them, I told you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about who we didn't see tonight in the rubber match.
Randy Orton.
We didn't see Orton.
Sting.
Bo Dallas.
Get out.
Sheamus is still injured.
And I actually drafted him too.
Let me just say,
that's because
we didn't see any NXT people in the Rumble, did we?
Nope. No NXT.
No NXT.
I was disappointed with that. I was very disappointed.
I expect to see somebody in the.
They wouldn't have been a threat unless it was somebody that was getting called up like Rusev did last year. Otherwise, it would have been a waste of spot anyway.
I mean, I thought they were bringing Neville up soon anyway. Why wouldn't they just throw him in the Rumble?
They haven't.
Maybe I guess they haven't finalized his gimmick.
No.
Good.
Mm-hmm. I guess
So,
that's good.
hold on. We forgot something important. The Ascension beating the New Age Outlaws.
It wasn't important.
How bad did they beat him?
No, I'm not saying important. I'm just saying we forgot that match. We know that match.
Was it like a dominant showing?
We know sold that match on this call. What are you talking about?
It was a horrible finish that they ended that match with.
That match served its purpose. It is somewhat.
Yeah. Because all that's gonna happen is gonna be like this. It's gonna be, the next thing they're gonna do is talk all this stuff about how legendary they are. They're gonna actually, they're gonna beat the APA next. They're gonna beat.
Ron Simmons is gonna wrestle? What?
Who knows? Who knows? They're gonna beat him down. If not beat him in a match, beat him down.
Unless you get R-Truth to play Ron Simmons' part.
Hold on, I'm building to something here. I'm building. Let me work.
Play Devon tonight. Shit.
I'm building to something. Let me work.
Right.
I'm building to something there. Let me work.
The Dudleys. Ooh, the
Let that man work.
Hold up.
I think I see where he's going, but it sounds dope.
Building to something. I'm building. So they're either gonna have a match against them or beat them down. They're either gonna have a match with the NWO or beat them down. Animal's gonna be at one of the Raws. They're gonna beat him down. The Dudley Boys are gonna save him. They're gonna have a match against the Dudley Boys at Mania
and lose.
Beat them. It's gonna be a tables match or something, some kind of crazy gimmick to make them look strong, and then Ascension's gonna shoot from there. That's what's gonna happen.
I think what will happen is they'll beat them, but then they'll put them through a table, just for like a short emphasis, instead of actually being a tables match. Like, we're the Ascension.
It has
we put you through a table after the fact.
Beating the Dudley Boys is not as special as beating them at their own game. There's no point in beating them.
Yeah, but I'm not sure I believe in the Ascension enough right now to have them beat the Dudleys in a table match at WrestleMania. Like, that's a lot of faith in a tag team.
Frank,
that
this is why I
ain't
need to
even
be
been.
there.
You have to
Calm
understand.
you down.
There are fans like us, and then there are average fans. The Dudley Boys have not been in the WWE for I don't know how long. They're not as they're going to be historical figures. They're not going to be as relevant. I mean, he came back as Bubba Ray.
So, who's he gonna come back as?
No.
Bully Dudley?
You're not getting what I'm saying.
I like him better as Bully Ray.
You're not getting what I'm saying.
I mean, I like him as Bully Ray, but it's TNA trademark. I mean,
you're not getting what I'm saying. You're not getting what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he came back as Bubba Ray Dudley. When's the last time you see Bubba Ray Dudley?
In WWE?
SmackDown was on regular ass TV.
2007, probably.
I think, yeah.
2005. 2005-ish.
2005. God damn.
UPN.
Oh, shit.
Nah,
that was on the great PlayStation.
That was like CW Network or yeah.
Oh, man, damn. That's what we
I think it was still UPN then, shit.
Shoot, we just went back to Thursday nights.
We had the big fist in the logo, the Titantron and shit.
Yeah, I hated that.
Oh, man.
Big go oval.
The big fist.
Michael Cole and Taz calling the action.
Oh, no, Taz was wrestling back then. What you talking about, man?
Well, 10 years ago? Not 10 years ago, he wasn't wrestling.
You sure?
I just watched the 05 Royal Rumble. He was calling the action.
Oh,
this is
all right.
This is when they had they had King and JR at one ramp at one table, Cole and Taz at ringside, and hit the Spanish table right next to them.
That poor Spanish.
The Royal Rumble match, you had Taz and JR calling the Rumble match.
Oh.
Yeah, I was watching the old ones just to see where we came from. Cena was getting popped 10 years ago.
Did he still have that spinner belt? Was that spinner belt Cena?
He had
he was still on his thugonomics shit.
Was that U.S. champ spinner belt Cena?
Yeah, he was rapping.
Yeah.
Word life.
Let's hold on.
Trademark.
there's a reason why I think everybody's disappointed, and I think we kind of lose focus on the Royal Rumble and what it actually means. It's not just about the winner going to WrestleMania. Royal Rumble's always been the place where all the seeds are planted for all the feuds going into WrestleMania. All we have is a Rusev and Cena conversation after the pay-per-view that not everybody may have seen. We do have Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, and Miz Dow maybe, but you don't have anything planted. There could have been, Orton coming in and finally getting his revenge on Seth Rollins, and then you have a story built automatically. You don't have to depend on booking and writing to write some crap that they might fuck up on. Is there a reason why Daniel Bryan was eliminated? He was just easily eliminated. The crowd's going to shit on it, so make it mean something if you eliminate him, other than just now he's just sitting there, you don't know what to do with him leading up to WrestleMania.
What about Bray Wyatt?
That's what I'm saying.
Right now.
They did that.
All right, let's
It's his year.
okay, I got
the Authority. You got Kane and Big Show. I mean, if Kane and Big Show's throwing people out, why we don't buy into them as viable threats? Why make it them are two of the final three, or even two of the final four? Like, why are they there? Like, they should have been doing that from the beginning. Yeah. So somebody could come in.
I got a question.
We have a
question.
We have a guest.
Yeah, I'm about to say, who's this guy?
I had to introduce
my friend Ja.
We invited him to the hangout, so let's give him a warm welcome here. Let's give him some feedback. I know you saw the thing. What you think about it?
Yeah.
Hi, honey.
The wife speaks.
Yes, I'm sitting here listening to
pretty much everything y'all saying. I'm agreeing with.
All right,
hold on. Let's hear the new man speak.
Yeah, give us that.
Pretty much everything y'all been saying, I agree with.
Oh.
Okay, a man of many words.
Thanks for asking. Thank you for asking.
All right, I got to do a round table. I got to get some order over here. A round table. Sid, you had your hand up. Go ahead, man.
No. I gotta give it a take off. I gotta go to PT. But I just want to say that the next couple of weeks is gonna be interesting. The next pay-per-view is gonna be interesting as we head towards WrestleMania. So just like last year, how the IWC crapped on Daniel Bryan and I being in the Royal Rumble. Long story short, they had the slow build to give us what we wanted.
Okay.
Is that going to be the case this year? We don't know.
No, they just did a triple threat. No, they're not going to do another triple threat. The Mania.
Okay, I'm switching to Frank.
Exactly.
Frank.
So with the
Yo.
Okay. Sid made his thing. Frank, it's on you. Later,
what
dude.
is this? Yep. What you mean? The end of the joint or what?
Yeah, I gotta wrap this joint up, man. I ain't trying to keep this up.
Nah, I mean, it is what it is. You just gotta see what plays out with everybody else. I mean, we know the main event is set. I'm just curious who the mid card falls. Where's the Intercontinental Champion gonna do? He just got eliminated randomly. What about Dean? What about Bray? What about Cesaro? He was down there in the last couple people. That's all I'm worried about. I'm not worried about the big belt. I want to see what's up with the other belt.
All right, cool. Ja, I know you got in here and everything, but anything you gotta say, you just say it, man. I'm gonna give you a little bit of extra time if you want it.
Nah, I mean, I do think Rusev versus Brock would have been crazy because it's Brock. They that Brock got going on around everything he accomplished. Nobody has pinned Rusev yet, so it could go either way with that. Like they could because they've been giving him this big push anyway, but they could take it to the point where Brock does that, and then maybe Roman come in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't think they strategically planned that far ahead, like past WrestleMania. They just planned to WrestleMania and the right over from there.
Okay, I'm gonna switch it over to Jamel. I'm gonna save you for last. Babe, you got anything to say? I know you probably don't want to say too much, but I'm gonna give you the floor.
I don't really have much to say. I was just listening here.
Okay.
But you already know how I feel about the whole match. Pretty much.
Yes,
the only thing I liked about this pay-per-view was the triple threat. That's about it. The Royal Rumble match sucks to me. I lost interest, and after Daniel Bryan was eliminated, I think we can all agree that that match kind of sucked. But that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say.
You just gave a summary of all of our feelings. So boom, boom. There you go. There you go. Derek, on you, man.
Yo. I just want to see what's going to happen going forward. We got another pay-per-view before we hit WrestleMania, so
Fast lane.
So, I mean, I just want to, like Frank said, I want to see what's going to happen with the mid-card titles and with everybody else that's on the mid-level scene, what's going to happen with them. I would like to see Tyson and Cesaro get a run of the titles, but that's far-fetched.
Okay. Sam, I'm giving you the floor. How about a minute? Go ahead.
All right, I'm ecstatic fantasy-wise because I finally get to beat Jamil and Derek.
It's a long way to WrestleMania, bro.
For real, we got another pay-per-view.
Hey,
bro.
I got 94 points over everybody. But anyway, very happy about that. You saw it coming. That's the thing. That's what I didn't like about the Rumble. It's like, why did Bryan come in so early? That didn't make sense. It's like, tease people. If he gets eliminated, just tease us. Let him get thrown out third from the end. Like, it's going to be interesting. I'm curious to see how that goes. And beating everybody else in fantasy.
All right, Jamil, I'm throwing it to you, and I'm gonna end it.
I'm shitting all over the pay-per-view, but I think the next one's called Fastlane for a reason. I don't think that there'd be a triple threat match, because they just had a triple threat match. Now, if there's a fatal four-way somehow, then that's another thing. But I don't see that happening. So,
fatal four-way.
The only thing I see happening is there being somebody just joined the call. Instead of there being somebody added, it'll just be straight up Reigns versus what's his face, Lesnar, and Seth will cash in and win the title at the end because everybody's gonna boo and shit on it anyway. So Seth's gonna turn to the big hero.
Okay.
That's just how I feel about it.
Our IT department just joined. That's who that is.
Okay, Alexa just came. Okay, I gotta throw it to Alexa because Alexis, I believe, is the anti-Daniel Bryan fan, if I'm not mistaken. So I gotta throw this to you. What are your thoughts on everything? You have a mic, first off. Yes, you have. I need your thoughts because you're the anti-Daniel Bryan fan, so I gotta get your feedback on it.
All right, well, whatever.
So, okay.
A man of few
I
words.
understood.
Okay,
Your mic, you're muted, bro.
So you're muted it. I cannot have you muted it.
They automatically mute you sometimes if you got a lot of background noise and feedback.
Oh, okay.
You got poor quality mic, they'll mute you.
So I guess I have to close it then. My final thoughts here. They have booked themselves into a corner. I've seen this happen one too many times, and you're kind of gambling with somebody who is new. I'm very, very extremely concerned with somebody, them giving so much faith to somebody who caters towards the demographics of women, but at the same time, they're not popular with the main audience, which is the male. Not trying to be sexist, but I'm just laying it out there here. And these are the guys, these are the fans, are originals going to determine the scale of the show and everything, and if you're not good with the majority, you're going to have a problem here. And if you're not going to deal with that, that's going to overall affect the product. And if you want to think dollars-wise, how is this going to affect the network here? Because when you're trying to get subscribers and everything, people will no longer having a 6-month commitment. People can easily drop the network. That could hurt viewership here. So I'm really, really concerned on the backlash of you booking Roman Reigns into WrestleMania as your main event and everything, and then you trying to garner more attention. You cannot just have that to garner attention. You need to find something else to go on top of this here. So I'm really extremely curious on how they're going to follow up with WrestleMania here, or what they're going to bring to WrestleMania, and who also to add to Hall of Fame. But that's a different topic altogether. I'm going to save it for next month's hangout here. I'm going to close out on that note. I thank you all for coming out on such short notice. Like I said, I'm going to try to do a hangout right before WrestleMania or right after pay-per-view. So then, THWF, stay in tune. We're going to have more shit going on for Jamil Jackson, Derek, Sid, Sam, Alexis, who's not talking, Frank, and
Yep.
Right. This is the CEO. Bottom line, I'm saying the fight. Good night.
Night.